Hello and welcome to this edition of the Break It Down Brown audio show. I am your host, Jamar Brown, and this is a show where we take everyday issues, everyday topics, everyday challenges, and we break them down. The purpose of the show is not to change your opinion about a particular issue, rather to change your perspective. And what I want to talk to you today about is the power of affirmations. And the reason why I bring it up today is because a friend of mine gave me a book called The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod, and the subtitle of the book is The Not So Obvious Secret Guaranteed to Transform Your Life Before 8 a.m. And the whole concept of the book is talking about the way that you wake up in the morning and what you do and how you think has a significant effect on your life. And there's a chapter, so I've been reading that book and I've been applying what Hal Elrod says in the book, and it has truly made a difference in terms of my mornings and which has affected my productivity and energy throughout the entire day. So I highly recommend the book. But I was reading a chapter in the book last night on affirmations. And if you don't know what an affirmation is, it's essentially using the voices in our heads to our advantage. And by that I mean we talk to ourselves incessantly, whether it's subconsciously or consciously. We're constantly talking to ourselves. And there are studies that show that upwards of 75, 80% of people in the world talk negatively to themselves. They talk about what they don't have or what they wish they were, or how they don't look good, or how they, may not be the right size, or the right height, or have the right hair color, and all these things that we talk to ourselves that are really getting in the way of our success because they're talking about our limiting beliefs in life as opposed to focusing on what's possible and how great and how unique and how special we really are. And it's such a critical exercise. And I'm typically a positive person, and my self-talk is rarely negative because I've experienced this throughout the years, and I've had mentors that have coached me on positive affirmations. But then it hit me in terms of the point at which I really was exposed to affirmations and how it completely changed my life. And this was back in high school. And I want you to think about this story as I say it, because as you think about all the children of the world today that are dealing with some challenges in terms of bullying or lack of self-confidence or any of those things, and it's leading to so many horrible acts of violence and pain and issues on our school campuses, this might be something that can really help these children out. And once again, it can also help adults, as we have a lot of negative self-talk as well. But back in high school, I was taking a psychology class, and I can't remember the professor's name or the teacher's name, but he was an incredible person. And one day we go into class, and he says, "Okay, class, we're going to do something totally different that most of you probably have never done." And so he turned off the lights. He asked us to clear our desks, to lay our head on the desk, or to close our eyes and just kind of clear our minds. And he went through a couple of sayings about clearing your mind. And he asked us to breathe in and breathe out and all these things that seem very weird. But I told myself, you know what? I'm just going to try it. At the very least, I can get in a good nap, right? And so we're going through these breathing exercises, and our bodies got really relaxed. And I found myself feeling at peace. And then he said, I want you to empty out all the negativity in your life, all the negative thoughts, all the negative emotions, and just dump them out and just picture yourself throwing them away to make room for what I'm about to say. Then he said, once everybody got really relaxed and our minds were clear and we were breathing the right way, then he said, I want you to repeat after me. And he said, no matter what you say or do, I am still a worthwhile person. No matter what you say or do, I am still a worthwhile person. And he had us whisper it at first. Then he had us get louder and louder to the point that we were shouting this affirmation at the top of our lungs in this class. No matter what I say or do, no matter what you say or do, I am still a worthwhile person. No matter what you say or do, I am still a worthwhile person. No matter what you say or do, I am still a worthwhile person. And we said it over and over. And I don't know how long we said it for, but it felt like it was the entire class. And after it was done, he asked us to calm down again, to breathe slowly. And we took that affirmation or that saying back down to a whisper. And then he said, okay, everyone, when you're ready, don't rush it. But when you're ready, I want you to open your eyes, and I want you to get present with how you feel about yourself now. And one by one, we all sort of, came out of our conscious sleep, so to speak, and we woke up. And I remember this feeling of euphoria that came all over me. And everybody in the class just looked different. They had a different energy. They had a different presence. And it completely changed my life. And at that moment, everything that I thought about that was negative in my life went away and was replaced by this thought that no matter what someone says or do to me, I am still a worthwhile person. And I remember years later, whenever I would encounter a situation in which I felt like somebody was trying to do me wrong, or I felt like I was, unfairly treated, or I felt like somebody was rejecting me for something, more often than not, I would go back to that affirmation and I would say to myself, no matter what you say or do to me, I am still a worthwhile person. And that one statement helped me to get through so many moments of my life that could have gone the wrong way if I had internalized the negativity that somebody was bringing to my life. Now think about the children of the world today. How much negativity are they experiencing? How much drama and gossip, and especially now with social media, are they experiencing? Just imagine if every child had the opportunity to understand the power of affirmations, to say, no matter what you say or do to me, I am still a worthwhile person. And I know some of you listening to this completely understand what I'm saying, and you're thinking, wow, you know what? I'm going to start doing this today. But then there are others that might be skeptical. And they say, well, you know what, Jamar, I don't know if that is really going to make a difference. And you know what? Once again, I'm not asking you to change your opinion. You may not think it's going to make a difference, and that's totally fine. All I'm asking is that you try it, and you might change your perspective. So give it a try. If you have a child that's dealing with something, give that a try. If you know someone in your life that is struggling with self-doubt or fear, have them say an affirmation to themselves. If you yourself are struggling with something and you know that the way that you're thinking, the way that you're going is not working for you, then try that. No matter what you say or do to me, I am still a worthwhile person. You can try any affirmation that you want. Yesterday, I was a negative person. Today, I'm a person filled with hope and filled with the belief that I am going to become the person I was put here to become. Or better yet, I am already that person that is special, that has gifts, that has talents, that the world is going to see. So you can say whatever you want to say. The point is, take your limiting thought or your negative thought and turn it around into something that has no limits and is positive. So I wanted to break that down today because it was so powerful. And I went through this whole affirmation exercise this morning and meditated. And I've been doing this every single morning. And I can tell you it has completely changed the course of my days. First of all, it starts in the mind. It starts with how you feel about yourself. And then guess what? People see you as different. They feel an energy about you. And guess what? They respond to you differently. They want to spend more time with you. They want to sign contracts with you. They want to work with you. And opportunities open up that you could not have imagined. And there's some things I'm going to talk about in future Break It Down Brown shows, which shows you the power of what I'm talking about as it has manifested itself throughout my business dealings. So with that said, thank you for listening to this edition of the Break It Down Brown audio show. Take care.